Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Social Media Growth Hacks, a channel I have set up to teach you guys about social media, blogging, and making some money along the way. In today's video, I'm pretty excited as I'm going to be doing an interview with Cailin O Neil from Travel Yourself and Nova Scotia Explorer, talking about how to launch a new travel site the right way. Okay, so I know that a lot of my blogger friends have launched new niche travel sites during the lockdown, such as niche sites about Ireland, or niche sites about New York, or niche sites about different places in the UK, Morocco, India, pretty much everywhere, because people aren't really able to leave their home countries, and so they're thinking, okay, well, if I'm going to be here for the long run, I might as well have a website about this destination, and I'll be able to travel around, write loads of articles about it. But one thing I've discovered that a lot of people aren't doing is sort of launching their site with a bang, launching their site in the right way, and getting lots of PR and publicity around the launch of the site. Now, one person that has done that really well is Cailin O Neil, who, like I said, I'm going to talk with today. So I'm going to give Cailin a call to discuss how she got so much media attention for her new site, Nova Scotia Explorer, despite there being less than 10 articles on the website and her only launching it officially a few weeks ago. Now, when I say she launched her site with a bang, I'm talking she was featured in local newspapers, she was featured on national television, she was featured by local radio stations, and I think she even got her first paid campaign weeks after launching her site from all of this PR and press. So I'm going to give her a call right now to see how she worked her magic. So congratulations on your new site. It looks amazing. Very exciting.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I've been working on it since January. Well, I bought the URL in January, and then I kind of started working on it. No, sorry, last year, and then in January I started working on it, and then unfortunately, conveniently, it seemed like a good time to focus on it. We finally now get to explore our backyards, which we haven't been taking for granted before and haven't been doing. So.
Yeah, for sure. But the reason, Cailin, I wanted to get you on, which you probably know, is that, I mean, loads of my friends have also launched niche sites. I've even launched my own niche site this year, but I don't think anyone's done it as successfully as you. I'm very impressed. And yeah, that's why I'd love to talk to you about it.
Well, see, I come from a film and TV background. I majored in film and TV in university, and I've been doing photography and making videos since the age of 12. So I come from the industry with a lot of different angles, and I know what people do to promote their films or their ideas. So I thought about that, and I was, as a travel bloggers, we're always getting inundated with all these press releases, and most of the time they're not much worthwhile for us. Maybe we'll get a good contact out of it, but we kind of ignore them. But I know that in the industry, they use press releases in kind of a different way. So I thought to myself, I'm going to launch my new site, and why not have a press release about it to kind of let people where I live know. So I live in Nova Scotia. There's only about 1 million people that live here, about 400,000 people in the city of Halifax, which is our capital. And there was a local PR lady, and I had gone to different events with her. And because we're such a small area, I'd been to these events and I'd seen all the local media that were there, and I knew that they were all our main media because we don't have a lot of them. And I was like, well, maybe I should hire her to help me write this press release. But from my learning and from my school, I knew how to write a press release myself already. My father also used to be the editor of the local newspaper, so he has like a good editing background. And so, but I thought, I don't have those contacts that she has, and it would come off a lot more professional if it came from her instead of me, and I wouldn't just be cold emailing people. So I put all kinds of information together. I talked with her. This is tough times for everybody, the pandemic and everything. So we negotiated a nice price between each other, and we figured it out. And she put up together from me, and then she sent it back, and I edited it, and we made some tweaks, and we made it sound really nice. And then I think it was maybe July 3rd here in Canada, the Atlantic provinces, which are Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, and Newfoundland, opened their borders to each other. So everyone could all of a sudden go and visit all their family. So there was a lot of talk about travel and being able to move around the area. And on that Monday, we released that I was going to launch the new site. We put the press release out, and she emailed it to all of the main media in the whole province, and also to a lot of other great contacts. And because of that, And because of what was happening in the news at the time, people being able to travel a lot more, it was kind of very great time to be talking about that. So we purposely chose to launch it when it would be a good news time. So we kind of put those two ideas together, and then we put it out to the media. And so because of her and her hard work, we were able to get on Global News, CTV News, 2 radio interviews, which one of them has now turned into a weekly 10-minute spot for me to talk about travel in the area.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah. And I also got almost a full page article in the local newspaper.
That's unreal. Well, congrats on that anyway. And it was interesting. I was interested to know whether you had written the press release yourself or hired, a PR woman, because I've definitely done that in the past before. Because I come from like a PR background, and so I write press releases about myself in third person, and it's very strange.
Nothing wrong with that.
So you have all this amazing promo. You've just launched your site. Did you find that people were coming to check out your site and your social media after all this was published?
Oh, for sure. So my site, when I launched, I probably only had 6 or 7 posts on the site, which when you launch a brand new site, you should have more than that.
Okay.
But so we had only maybe that many posts already, and then we launched it, and in the first, not even the first 2 weeks, we had over 5,000 page views, I think. So for a brand new site that's not up on all of its SEO yet, like hasn't started ranking yet because it's so new, which is pretty good. My DA was maybe 2 or 5, and now after the links in the press I've gotten in the past couple of weeks, it's up to at least 14 or more now.
Well, that's unreal for a new site.
Yeah. And so the traffic, I can see that it's not necessarily hanging around at those numbers. I can see the spike of when I did something, what caused it. But it's getting a lot more local people to know what it is. And actually, just yesterday, 2 weeks in, not even, I had my first campaign locally involved with the site. So someone paid me to help promote with my new site.
That's amazing. Yeah, I don't think too many people get campaigns that early on.
So it was actually someone I'd worked with before on my other site, travelyourself.ca, which I'm still going to keep up. And she had thought about me for a new project, and she Googled me and saw the new site and all the press and was like, oh my God, we have to work with her right now. So that was convenient.
And how are you getting on with building from your 6 original articles? Has more content gone up now?
Yes, a few more bits of content have come up, and I'm just writing a lot more, and I've been getting guest posts as well, done by some locals, because I'm not the biggest hiker. But I have some friends that love to hike everywhere, so I had them write the 10 best hikes in Nova Scotia for me. I have some other guys that run a craft beer podcast in the province, and they're going to do a craft beer post for me. And so I'm trying to source it out and get contacts and get all the posts together. But I still need more. I need all of the content.
Yeah. No, that's a really good idea. Getting locals that already have the knowledge and maybe the passion in certain areas to help you out.
And even it's such a small province, there's still so many places I've never been, right?
Yeah. So I was going to ask just as one final question. Do you have any advice? So there's a lot of people like me and you, a lot of people as well that we both know, fellow bloggers that have just launched sites, or not officially launched them, but have started new niche sites. Would you recommend that they do something similar? Maybe hire someone to write a press release?
Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt. It might be harder in bigger cities. Like I know we have some friends doing some things in New York and different places. It might be harder because to them, that's just like, well, whatever, this isn't news for us. It might be actually better that I did it in a smaller area. Someone actually messaged me and was like, is your town just really excited? Or like, what did you do? Like, how is this so much media over this new website all of a sudden? But it definitely can't hurt. I mean, if you can find the right person to help you with it, I now have like a great as seen on page, and I can just build my resume up from here. It's also interesting, like you could reach out to your university and try to get it like in the alumni news, and try to reach out to the smaller papers and podcasters and people too. Like there's so many options that we don't think about because we're our own marketers. So we think posting our own content, our own channels is enough, but if you gotta like think outside the box and try to get other people into it, I think it could work definitely.
Amazing. Well, that's it. I just wanted to sort of touch on that, get a bit of advice, and I think people will find this really interesting. So
yeah, hopefully.
Thank you so much,
and
Cailin.
NovaScotiaExplorer.com. Check it out. Hopefully everyone will be able to visit there some point soon.
I know, I hope so. What I'll do is I'll put your links below and people can go check it out, hopefully,
Awesome.
and check it out. So thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
I really hope you guys learned a thing or two about doing your own PR and publicity for your blog from that video, from that interview. It is super interesting to think about, and there are so many different things that you can do to get a bit of promo for your own blog. I am thinking about doing another entire video about how to write a press release, as I actually worked in PR before I was a blogger, and my job for over 2 years was to write press releases and send them out to newspapers, TV stations, radio stations, etc., all over Ireland, and hope that the companies and organizations that I was working for would get articles in the newspapers about them. So I know how to write a really good press release, I know how to find all of the right contacts, and yeah, I'm thinking about potentially making a video to teach you guys how to do the same, so that potentially you don't have to spend hundreds or up to thousands of dollars to hire a PR company to make your press release and get you a bit of promo. I really hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to check out Cailin's social media and website below. I'll put the links down here. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Thanks for watching, and let's grow our social media together.